Sup YouTube, this is Sly88 Fry here. So, yeah, I just uploaded a short from the Gwyneth Paltrow trial. I was thinking about doing that, but wasn't sure. I wasn't as into the trial as I was into the Johnny Depp one last year, but no, I made something out of it that I, inc I included a Willy Wonka joke at the end. Damn it, every time I turn this on, I always have to keep changing the hotkeys, and I forgot to do that this time around. So irritating. It matches the webcam ones together, even though I want them to be separate. It always does that, and I always have to keep changing them. See, that's there and then there. Okay. Anyways, awkward start. But you know what? Whatever. Just keep going. Don't start over. Anyways, I had a funny Willy Wonka joke at the end of my short from the Gwyneth Paltrow trial that I think, even if you're not into the trial or you don't like Gwyneth Paltrow, it's worth seeing just to see that Willy Wonka joke I put at the end. But before we start this reaction to Nostalgia Critic, let me show you a video I cameoed in. So this is Disjunk TV. Don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Anyways, he filmed a couple scenes of me with his camera. This was quite some time ago. It's for his No Time to Die review. So, yeah, I mean, it was recorded in 2021 when that film was new. But here's a short from it that should be pretty entertaining. The worst James Bond villain ever. So, here we go.
Mr. Bond, it is I, Dick.
Dick? Did you just call me James Bond?
Well, yes, you're James Bond. I hacked into MI6, didn't I?
You're a supervillain.
I'm Dick, your #1 villain.
Well, usually the supervillains have like a cool scar or something, or like a giant henchman. Do you have anything?
Look to your right, and you will see a pool of lion sharks. They're just as capable on land as they are in water.
There's no lion sharks here. What the hell is a lion shark?
Well, it's supposed to have the shark face and lion legs.
Wait, so this isn't MI6? You know that, right? Do I look like I'm fucking working for MI6? I'm in a garage right now. And James Bond's not even real.
Mr. Bond, it is I, Dick.
There's more than that, but what's cool on shorts is that you can click on the thing where the sound source comes from. And this is on phones too, actually. You can do that there, I think. And for some reason, it doesn't have the right thumbnail for the video, but you click on that, and then you can watch the full video. So there it is. Anyways, that character, Dick, the one I was playing there, yeah, he's from a bunch of videos I had once uploaded to a secondary channel from 2009 to 2013, pretty much, and I've discontinued that channel, not because it was only at 192 subscribers. 192 subscribers in that much time. But it had more to do with the fact that YouTube, when Google was trying to force everybody to turn YouTube into Google Plus, basically, back in 2013 or whatever, a glitch caused all of my videos to disappear on that channel, all of them, because I didn't want to actually cooperate with the change. And when I refused to cooperate with the change on this channel, Sly88 Fry, nothing happened. But doing so on Sly Fry Productions, it caused all the videos to disappear out of thin air. Then I was like, fine, I'll do the damn change. The videos came back, but then all 192 of the subscribers disappeared. Like, what the fuck? So I didn't want to do the channel anymore. I was like, no, fuck this. But good thing that didn't happen to Sly88 Fry, because he wouldn't be watching this reaction today if it did. I would have given up completely. So, Yeah, thanks YouTube. Anyways, Dick's early days is what he labeled the this is a video compilation, Sci-Fi Productions compilation plus. Check it out when you can. There's a few videos that have that character Dick in it, and I'll get to that in a. Oh, there it is up there. I'll get to the one I would like to feature the most, but not now. So yeah, there it is. Okay, all right. It's time that we get started. And once again, here's my wife's Etsy shop. Check it out when you can. Shy Handmade Crafts. That's the URL up there. She makes some good stuff. She only recently opened it. She'll have more product soon. Ooh, I spent a lot of time on this. Oh my. Alright, let's get started with the reaction. My coffee's almost done, but I'll get that later. Alright, everything is okay. Alright.
The award-winning app and debit card that can save you money today. See me in Chicago at C2E2.
Oh, I keep forgetting to skip that. Oh, it was much shorter that time. Do a skip this time?
Avast me,
Yes.
mateys! Hunter S. Sparrow here, wrapping up Pirates Month. Joining me as always is my crew of sparrows. Avast me, unsavvy savvies!
Oh,
There's still so
funny.
much more plundering to...
Still?
What?
Are we still doing the Jack Sparrow thing?
Aye, it is still Pirates Month!
Yeah, like 5 weeks ago.
Which in internet time is like 5 years ago.
Come on, man, we're
That's
on
an
like the final
exaggeration.
one.
Exactly. Nobody cared about Pirates by the time the last one came out.
Preposterous. How could you forget about the final installment, Pirates of the Caribbean?
Dead men tell no tales.
Die Harder?
Electric Boogaloo?
Die Harder.
Golden
That's Die Hard
Receiver.
2.
The search for Curly's gold?
No, I'm pretty sure there's a squeakle involved.
Just admit it, no one cared about the Pirates movies by the time the last
Squeakquel?
one came out.
Okay, that may be true. But we have a code
Alvin
to
and the
follow.
Chipmunks.
It's more like a guideline.
Well, either way, we're following it. So get a gotcha!
Oh, the follow more like a. Alright, good. I like that reference. They're more like guidelines than actual rules.
While we wait for them, let's look over the final Pirates movie, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Dead men tell no tales.
Back in the habit, red, white, and blonde, the revenge of Kitty Galore. God, I'm tired of speaking through my teeth.
Red, white, and blonde. Legally Blonde sequel. Okay.
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called, yes.
While Stranger Tides didn't pull in the numbers they wanted, Disney thought they still might be able to squeeze out one more Pirates movie. The only problem was, it came out in 2017. The fad had died down, and audiences were finally getting Pirates fatigue. And honestly, as Pirates movies go, this isn't the worst one.
No,
I
definitely
can't
not.
say it's very good, and a lot of that is due to similar problems from the sequels, but it does have a handful of good scenes in it.
It does, yeah.
It's not forgettable like Stranger Tides, it's not a homework assignment like at World's End, but it is a lot more of the tired elements we've seen a million times in these movies. However, as those tired elements go, there are one or two moments of creative life to it. How do these scenes get bogged down by an onslaught of meh? Well, we're gonna take a closer look to find out. With the help, of course, of my visual representation of a popular fad.
Who is your favorite fearless hero?
I mean a past fad.
Yeah, but fads are meant to be passed on.
Everything now is Puss in Boots 2, baby!
Well, if you can't beat 'em harder. Wrap up Pirates Month with Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Brutal. I had to watch
Take
the
a look
Puss
at
in
that,
Boots
everybody,
films.
because you will constantly keep asking yourself, what are they looking for in this movie again? Yeah, well, this one's not quite as complicated as the other sequels. It's still complicated. As we open with Will Turner's son Henry rowing his boat into the sea. Keep an eye out for Noose's kid. These sequels are not very kind to boys your age. Or you can just kill yourself and knock out the middleman. That works. He's actually doing this to get the attention of his father, as Will Turner saves him aboard the Flying Dutchman. And you know what? I've been pretty mean to this character. Yeah, maybe I've shit on him too much for being so bland and unnecessary.
You kinda
Why don't I
have.
start over and give him a fair shot again?
You stay away from Jack. Leave the sea forever.
That's the voice he's using? Oh, this file just got opened back up. New comedic evidence has come to light!
You have to stop acting like
A pirate?
my curse will never be broken.
This ship is full of pufferfish, ready to believe in good.
He says he wants to find...
Okay, I did not expect a reference to Christian Bale's Batman in The Dark Knight right there. I gotta go back on that. I did not expect that.
It's full of pufferfish.
Acting like
A pirate?
my curse will never be broken.
This ship is full of pufferfish, ready to believe in good.
It's that thing that Batman said to the Joker when he said when the two ships he planted bombs on, that the people did not blow each other up at all, saying that he just, saying to Joker, they just proved that even during these tough times, people are still capable of good. It wasn't those exact words, even though I should know them. The Dark Knight's my favorite movie of all time, and I've seen it more than almost any movie I've ever seen, but I can't remember the exact lines, damn it. But still, it's... I did not expect him to reference that. Alright, Nostalgia Critic. That was good stuff. That was really good stuff right there.
He says he wants to find the Trident of Poseidon to lift his curse, but he's told it's impossible. Cut to 9 years later, as once more this series says, we must have a Turner in this for some reason. So let's make it his offspring, Son of Bland. Played now by Brenton Thwaites.
Sir, look at your charts. I believe you're sailing us into the Devil's Triangle.
It's like a mix between the Bermuda Triangle and the Triangle of Sadness. We can't take any more heavy-handedness.
This is treason.
And this is my treat, son. Of course, Henry is right, and the ship is slaughtered by a supernatural entity known as Captain Salazar, played by Javier Bardem.
Yeah, he's good.
Yo ho, friendo.
No Country for Old Men. Man, I'm loving these references. I need to watch that movie. I've never seen it, but I want to. Friendo. Call it Friendo.
Yo ho, friendo.
The countless which he holds condemned us to this hell on earth. I want to behold the daylight again.
I'm sorry, you sound like an asthmatic Spanish ASMR drive-thru. Yeah, sadly Bardem is kind of like Machine from the last movie. I love this actor, but he doesn't add anything. Listen to his first line.
Better than Blackbeard, at least.
Isn't that the most generic line said in the most generic way? I also think while the hair's still moving like it's underwater is neat, it's way too distracting. Bardem is good at either subtle expressions or over-the-top expressions. You want to see his face, and the hair just keeps getting in the way. It's like watching him in Skyfall, but his face is covered in internet ads. I guess I can look past it, but I shouldn't have to.
Now, it's time to hunt a pirate.
They put a distracting filter on his voice, too. His voice is already awesome. You don't need it. Rather than all this adding to his performance, it really feels like it takes away from it. Pretty much everything around this character is either underwhelming or at the most, fine. Them walking on water is neat. The ship and crew, I guess, are creative, but they just look and act like another ghostly pirate threat. Do they really stand out much from Barbosa or Jones's crew? Can you even tell the difference right away in this lineup? Nothing feels upped, especially 14 years after the original.
I saw a difference.
Speaking of which, where's our ladies can't do that? Especially 14 years after the original. Speaking of which,
Actually, let me make sure.
stand out much from Barbosa
No,
or
I was
Jones's
able to
crew?
see the difference
Can you even
eventually,
tell the
but not
difference
immediately.
right away in this lineup? Nothing feels upped, especially 14 years after the original. Speaking of which, where's our ladies can't do that character?
I confess that I am not a witch, that I am a woman of science, with nothing but a diary from a father I never knew.
I confess I'm full of exposition. We all are, my child. This is Karina, played by Kaya Scalario, who, like everyone else, isn't bad. She just has little to go off of. She's clearly smart and knows about astronomy, so everyone calls her a witch. But darn it, she's not a witch! And that's her whole character.
Am I a witch for having catalogued over 200 stars?
Witch!
Yeah, once again defining someone by what she isn't rather than what she is. With that said, some...
Didn't expect the comparison to Alice in Wonderland. Be right back, actually. So sorry about that. I had to get my coffee. Anyway, let's continue.
Repeats are welcomed, like Jack's by what she isn't rather than what she is. With that said, some repeats are welcomed, like Jack Sparrow once again gets a pretty funny intro. What Depp's lawyers saw every morning when they came to get payment for the trial. It looks like he's not alone though.
I guess.
Hold your fire!
That's your wife.
Change my mind, open fire!
Francis?
Jeez, I figured you had a sense of humor.
Jim Carrey.
Well, I don't quite see the math and how that many horses could pull an entire building. I have to say this action sequence is pretty fun.
Yeah, it would
It's
take
cool
a lot
because
more.
it looks like it's mostly done with practical effects and not CG. And I also have to admit, I'm glad they're finally putting color back in these movies. This at least doesn't pretend it's a black and white film soaked in Linda Blair puke. On that note, whenever it's not a practical effect and they use CG, it's usually not real enough or surreal enough to be impressive.
Yeah.
How many horses are pulling that again?
Yeah, no
While
kidding.
that's going on, Karina sneaks into several different places to find the
Take like
answer she's looking for.
100 of them or something.
Well, I can see a lawsuit from her coming soon.
Okay, I don't know what that character is, but it's a woman dog. That makes sense. I was actually thinking about the Peanuts gang. You know, Charlie Brown, Snoopy. There was even in the classic cartoons, and it was also in the movie that came out like I don't know, 10 years ago or whatever, or however long ago it was. But where Snoopy tries to get into like some kind of activity, and the sign says no dogs, and then Lucy just throws him out. It made me think of that with the no women, no dogs.
No woman's ever handled my Herschel.
Penis!
It is kind of cool that not only do they bring back the crew from the original trilogy, but also took a few from the last film. And I thought they were
That's funny.
actors, and I'm glad they're given another movie to be in. For the moment.
Right then. Never say we're Captain Jack Sparrow again. Tell you that.
Come lads, if there's anything Disney has taught us, is that there's always room for more adventure, whether we want them or not.
Yeah. I don't mind a Frozen sequel. I was kind of expected because both the Frozen movies performed so well. Maybe we could learn more about what Elsa is doing since she left Is it Arendelle? Is that the name of the city? I think it's what it's called. I'd welcome a Zootopia sequel. I'm totally down with that. That makes sense. There was only one Zootopia film, and it's an amazing film. A sequel makes sense, actually. But Toy Story, God, come on, man. With the way Toy Story 3 had ended back in 2010, like, it was perfect. Andy gave away the toys to another kid. That's all. That's it. They could have just ended it as a happy ending there, but they got greedy and made a fourth film that actually I heard didn't even perform that well. But I guess it performed well enough that they're making a fifth movie. Like, dude, what's it gonna take for them to stop making Toy Story films? Are we gonna have to wait for Tom Hanks to die? Like, geez. Who knows how long that would be? It's ridiculous. They really should have just ended Toy Story with the third film. But yeah, I don't really have issue with Frozen 3 because there was room for a little more to happen after Frozen 2 had ended. And yeah, there's a lot of room to expand in Zootopia, so those are fine. But yeah, there should never have been a fourth Toy Story, and there's especially should not even be a fifth one. Like, are they even trying anymore? If Disney keeps making Pixar make all these sequels, have them make sequels to other films, okay? For whatever reason, I've always been curious about, like, what if there was a sequel to A Bug's Life? But then again, that was the second Pixar animated film released, so I probably had been thinking about that because I was a child when that came out. I was curious about the idea. Maybe not a second A Bug's Life, but, technically they could expand further with The Incredibles. I mean, I know the second film is pretty mediocre, but they could technically expand on The Incredibles. They could. You know, there's a lot of things they could do with The Incredibles. Possibly they could make a sequel to Onward. I mean, it'd be kind of soon. The original film came out in 2020, but that's a possibility. In that case, I don't think they're going to because it didn't make very well in the box office, but that had to do with the pandemic. Technically, you can make a sequel to Inside Out. Maybe have it focus on a different character and their emotions instead. Maybe. There's a lot of potential, but not to mention, I mean, just let Pixar keep making new stuff. That's what they're really good at. When they make sequels, I mean, other than Toy Story 2 and 3, the sequels are typically just not so good. You know? Let them make new stuff. I mean, I liked Finding Dory. I know a lot of people were like, thought it was kind of dull or something, but I liked that movie. But no, in general, a lot of the time when Pixar does a sequel, it's just not that good. I mean, look at Cars 2, for example. I've heard Cars 3 was better, but I don't know. I didn't even like the first Cars, so I don't even bother. I couldn't even finish the first Cars film. I was not into it. And I'm like one of those guys who's actually a pretty forgiving person when it comes to the animated films. Like, for example, I like Hoodwinked, and I like Hoodwinked 2. I'm not even kidding. I like them both. I find them funny.
Karina meets up with Henry. As it turns out, they're both after the same thing.
This is the diary of Galileo Galilei. It was left to me by my father. He believed I could find what no man has ever found.
A pirate movie under 2 hours. Yeah, keep looking. She gets caught, though. Oh, man, if only she had a rope. And Jack roams the streets without a crew.
The rope again.
Without a crew. Oh, man, if only she had a rope. And Jack roams the streets without a crew. Like I said, the non-CG slapstick's pretty good. In one of my favorite moments, Jack is desperate for booze, so he trades his compass for rum, knowing it has a curse that if he gives it away, it'll unleash his greatest fear, which surprisingly is an American box office. I kind of love he knows he's unleashing more torment for himself and all he has to say is...
Pirate's life.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
That's the man we've been looking for.
Jack gets, say it with me now,
Captured!
When Henry finds him and says he needs his help.
The moon has turned to blood, the trident will be found, and you could be the one who holds the sea, and with it become all that you once were.
That is a great impression of me whenever exposition is talked about. You know it's like 90% of the dialogue in these movies, right? In kind of a weird switch-up, Keith Richards doesn't return as his dad, but instead we have Paul McCartney as his uncle.
Yeah.
Jackie boy!
This is gonna sound blasphemous. I actually like this cameo better. It's short, intentionally pointless, just the right amount of odd, and doesn't make me laugh with the joke he tells, but rather the reaction from another guy with the joke he tells.
Kevin goes into a bar, orders a beer and a mop.
I don't care what anyone says, that laugh is the funniest thing in the movie.
Okay. That's what happened. Okay. So, if you're somebody who is one of the many subscribers of mine who's watched my shorts, you'll recognize that joke right there. But like, yeah, I uploaded a short from Al Pacino talking about Johnny Depp, and then it switches to Johnny Depp describing the joke that Al Pacino told him. A skeleton goes into a bar, orders a beer and a mop, and yeah, it's a good one. But like, somebody commented on that short and said that in Pirates 5 they used that joke, and I felt ashamed for not remembering that they did, because I actually watched, my wife and I binged all 5 of the Pirates films last year, like during and after the Johnny Depp trial. And Yeah, I th- I wasn't sure if he was trolling in his comments or not because I don't remember that line for some reason. But then, yeah, there it is. It was Paul McCartney saying that, and of course, just like in real life, because it's been proven that apparently, like a lot of people really got the joke from Al Pacino, but Johnny Depp, for a while, didn't really get the joke. So it's like kind of like an inside joke that they put in the movie because he's telling Captain Jack Sparrow the joke. He doesn't get it, just like Johnny Depp in real life, at least for a long time, didn't get it. And then somebody else laughs because most people get the joke. Uh, hey, comment below if there's like a joke that like somebody you know has told that everybody finds funny, but you just don't get the joke. There's one from my brother. I heard like this was when we all used to live together. Not anymore. They live up in Idaho now. I'm still here in Northern California in affordable apartment. Anyway, there's a particular joke that my brother had said that I just was not into. And here's the thing, like my brother's really funny. I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm much more of an introvert. Like I don't really start a conversation out of nowhere when I'm walking down a street or doing my job or whatever. If anything, when I'm out working DoorDash, I only say like a few words. Like I make a joke with a few words, and other people laugh because I've actually gotten better at doing comedic timing as an adult compared to as a child or teenager when I would be too shy to say those things back then, or if I said something, I'd say something awkward. But no, I've gotten better at it as an adult. But like just in general, like I don't really like starting conversations with complete strangers. It's just not something I really enjoy doing. It feels awkward to me because I don't really know what to talk to them about. So hence I'm an introvert. But my brother, like he's the extrovert of the family. He can start a conversation out of literally nothing and like keep it going and keep everybody entertained. So no, he's a funny guy. Like he's a very open, funny guy. And but there was this one joke he was saying that I just didn't really care for. I just didn't get it. It wasn't funny to me. Unfortunately, I can't remember exactly what it was. Probably because I wasn't into the joke. But yeah, I think everybody has like, they know somebody who's like really funny and has all these great jokes. But there's always that one joke that you just don't get, yet everybody else gets it. It's not like it's not as bad as like Kanye West in South Park with the fish sticks joke, but still, it's. I think everybody has one of those.
The next 10 minutes to a bar. Rather the reaction intentionally pointless, just the right amount of odd. It doesn't make me laugh with the joke he tells, but rather the reaction from another guy with the joke he tells.
Kevin goes into a bar, orders a beer and a mop.
I don't care what anyone says, that laugh is the funniest thing in the movie.
That is hilarious.
The next 10 minutes or so in this is actually pretty goddamn great. Jack and Karina are about to be executed, argue like children for who can get the better final words, and are kinda saved by Henry. Sanctuary! With the help of Jack's crew.
Oh yeah, this part.
The choreography and imaginative slapstick in this is so good. It actually feels like something out of the first two pirate movies.
It does, yeah.
It's honestly so funny, it kinda gets me angry because it tricks me into thinking there's hope for the rest of the movie. Even the name of the ship they sail off in is hilarious. Son of a bitch, don't do this to me, movie. I know you're gonna suck the rest of the time. The only thing that could give me even more hope is... Okay, I need a minute to appreciate the few fleeting moments of this movie being good. It's gonna suck later. It's gonna suck later.
Okay. Alright. right. Well, before he shows the ad, I want to briefly show something. I'm not sure if anybody has heed my call to, oh, hey, we got a new now, now in the 90s. I knew in his thing at the end of the previous video he was talking about Star Fox. I even have a comment of it from last week. But anyway. Oh, honest ads. Honest ads. Those are fun. Those are fun videos. Maybe I'll even show a little bit of a Mario trailer, but it'd have to be like cut short because if I show too much, a copyright claim will be put on the video for the Mario trailer, and this isn't even a reaction to it on the Mario trailer. It's a reaction to, the only president to be arrested so far. Okay, I'm curious about that genuinely, but maybe later. I'll go to grunge later. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I remember where I was going. Okay, but yeah, we'll get caught up soon. And I just realized something. While I was getting my coffee, I could have actually had something playing, so that you wouldn't just be staring at nothing. That was dumb of me not to do that. Okay. I just want to show a small part of this. God damn it. I swear I told you to start at like about a minute in, or close to a minute in. There we go. And now our feature presentation. Knuckles approves Johnny Depp movies plus shows, music videos, video games, etc.
Approved. No. Meme. I don't know. Meme. No. It's now illegal to use your meme. Approved.
Alright, so that's, I think, the first 5. The one with dummies, it's a literal I don't know. Like, most of the time when I edited Knuckles to say I don't know, it was because, like, I would look up the review scores and they're, like, kind of in the middle, so I was like, oh, I don't know. Or it was maybe something I saw, like one of the Johnny Depp movies or shows I've seen, and, I don't really know what to think about it either. Like, there's a particular movie that a lot of people like. I'm not going to give it away, but there's a particular movie that a lot of people like of Johnny Depp's. And both my wife and I don't like the film that much. So I actually had Knuckles say I don't know on that film. If you watch my Knuckles Approves Johnny Depp movies video, you'll probably actually know which one it is when it gets to that point. But yeah, in the case of dummies, I tried looking that up. Like, I know it's on Johnny Depp's IMDb, so I included it. But I tried looking up footage of it, looking up some information about it, and I mean, there's a little bit of information, but I can't find any ratings or anything. Like, I can't find anything about it because I think it was just some kind of little short that was like a special that was on TV back then or something. So that one was a literal I don't know. Like, I can't find any information about it. So kind of had to put I don't know there. Anyways. Let's get back to the review.
Subject number 6214556. How are you feeling today? Still crazy?
Still crazy for how great Chime is.
Tell me about it, you sick fool.
Well, do your financial goals feel out of reach?
Of course, I chased after my dream.
Well, they don't have to be. With Chime's secured credit builder Visa credit card, you can start building credit with your own money through one-time payments and small, everyday purchases like groceries, streaming, and gas.
That's insane.
Members see an increase of 30 points to their credit scores on average. Chime reports your payments to the major credit bureaus to help you build credit over time. All with no annual fees, large security deposits, or credit checks to apply.
You're mad. Mad, I tell you.
No, I'm actually quite happy.
Oh, good. I'll cross that out.
And it's all because of Chime. Start making your financial dreams a reality with Chime.
Oh, me or the audience?
Both!
That's lovely.
Signing up only takes 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/nostalgia. That's
Maybe I should try that. My credit score
chime.com/nostalgia.
I think this is the time you summon one of your other fast-talking personalities.
Good idea.
The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stripe Bank, any pursuant to a license from Visa USA. Chime checking account at $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply for the secure Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card. Based on a study conducted by Experian, Credit Builder members observed an average of 30-point FICO score rate increase after 8 months, with regular on-time payments. Results may vary. See chime.com for details. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply, except at MoneyPass, ATMs in a 7-Eleven, or any all-point or Visa Plus Alliance ATM.
So are you cured?
No!
Good for me.
Because Honey is also driving me insane.
Let me guess, you feel crazy when you find a good deal?
No.
Ah,
Except yes.
great wordplay.
I feel so lucky and excited whenever I find a good deal. Almost like I'm getting a treat for free. And thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past.
You don't say.
I do say. You must be crazy.
Yeah.
Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best ones it finds to your cart. Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites.
I work at a hospital. My imagination shot dead.
Well, just pretend that.
Same thing.
When you check out, the Honey button appears and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site. If Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop.
Amazing.
You're amazing.
I know.
I found a tablet for an amazing deal. Just look at all the money I saved on that. I needed a new one to take notes on, and Honey helped me get the best offer I could find. And it was so easy to use.
Yes, but are you aware, patient 62, whatever numbers I said, Honey doesn't just work on desktops, it works on your iPhone too. Just activate
your
it on
Android?
Safari on your phone and save on the go.
I didn't know that. I'd have to be crazy not to get it.
Which you are.
But not about
More
this.
people have
I don't know
Android
about
than
this.
iPhone.
Agreed. I could tone this down to a 7.
Or a 1. 1 is nice.
If you don't already have Honey, you could straight up be missing out.
That's definitely an 8.
And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show.
You can PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/nostalgia.
I promise
That's
I pay
joinhoney.com/nostalgia.
PayPal
Okay, buddy,
sucks.
it's time to go back to your cell.
Oh, but I really like this game where I pretend to be a doctor.
I'm sorry, but there's only so long I can pretend to be a patient.
Can I at least have your stabby pen?
If you promise not to stab anyone with it.
No.
Good role reversal at the end. Did not expect the crazy one to be the doctor pretending to be the patient and the other way around. That was actually pretty funny.
So Barbosa still has Blackbeard's ship from the last movie, but he's intercepted by Salazar.
Every time I tap my sword, one of your men will die.
Boy, you really don't know this guy, do you? Whatever you do, don't kill Frank. Thank God I hated Frank.
I'll be the only one that can lead you to it.
They agree to find Sparrow together as Jack tries to get the map no man can read from Karina.
If you could read it, then it wouldn't be called the map no man can read.
Give me the map.
It doesn't yet exist. I'm an astronomer.
She breeds donkeys.
There's no donkey.
Well, then how do you breed them? Let me start again.
Stop pretending this is clever! She reveals
Yeah,
the
doesn't
map
make
is in the
sense.
stars, which none of them understand, despite that being a very common method ships use to find their way. And they decide to cut them loose. Back on land, the captain of the guard, played by David Wenham, uses an actual witch played by... She's barely in this, so I'm not going to butcher that. As our two lovebirds reveal why they're on their quest.
It's the only link to who I am, who my father was.
So we've both spent our lives searching for our fathers.
Maybe we have the same father.
You need to stop talking.
Yeah, I need to stop talking.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Meanwhile, Salazar reveals how Jack bested him when he became captain of a ship as a team. And a fact that sometimes looks good, but other times looks like Bella Ramsey.
Ship to the earth!
They find
How
Jack's
weird.
ship, and I do love how there's a permanent rain cloud over them, like the whole ship is Eeyore. And they send zombie sharks after them. Now, zombie sharks sounds like a fun idea, but again, they're shot like we're supposed to believe they're really there. Like they show them in slow motion so we can be wowed by them, and don't you just feel nothing looking at that? You could put CGI Scooby-Doo in there and I'd be the same amount of blown away. Come on, guys, let's head
I
out
would have
before they
been
make
like,
a
what the
tornado out of
fuck?
us. Now, there is a scene where Jack uses one to...
Hold on.
Come on, guys, let's head out before they make a tornado out of us.
I think
Now, there is a
Sharknado
scene where
already came
Jack
out.
uses one to pull his boat. That's fun because it's not relying on looking real, it's relying on looking creative. But sometimes the movie can be a little too creative. Like, I looked down to reply to a text message, and when I looked back up, this was going on.
It's your wedding day. Boys, let's get on with this. You may kiss the bride.
Are we just in a different Pirates movie now? What happened in those few seconds I looked away? This random character that I don't think we've ever seen lives on this island with a bunch of other randos. Jack owes him a debt like he does to everyone, and he wants him to marry his sister. All of this is explained in seconds and tossed aside just as quickly. Hell, I think I actually took more time to explain it than the movie did.
Dad, we meet again.
I've come once again to save a movie that probably can't be saved.
I'm coming for the Triton to Poseidon.
The film just pretends the past weird-ass 2 minutes didn't happen. Yeah, it's kind of like Eternals to the MCU. And Barbosa demands the pearl back, which Jack keeps in a bottle from the last film. This is what everyone thought sea monkeys would do. Let's get captured again, and I hope these two got paid extra for rope burn. They spend more time tied up than a 50 Shades graphic novel by William Marston.
She will follow her star, or we'll all die together.
Barbosa releases Karina, though, and orders her to guide them to their treasure. And looking back, it's not that they don't mention the Triton that much, it's more they don't focus on what it can do and why it drives them. In the first few films, we constantly see why the pirates want to lift the curse, why Will wants to save Elizabeth, why Jack wants to be free of Jones. But once again, like the majority of the sequels, we're just told about it here. Nothing is really felt. The closest scene might be this exchange between Karina and Barbosa. As he puts together, he might share a certain connection with her.
This was given to me by my father. He was clearly a man of science.
Scurvy science, as he called it.
This diary is my birthright.
Birthright? You can take a bath whenever you want. I will not start now. He confesses to Jack she may in fact be his daughter.
Shall I tell you know who what we both know to be true?
Who knew my little bowsman could swim? You mean seaman? Yeah, I wanted to mix up the wordplay. Isn't working. Also, like you right now. Touche. Salazar catches up to them in what should be a really cool action sequence, jumping in between ships and fighting off a statue at the bow is sadly kinda lame because while the day shots are bright and colorful, the night shots are flat and murky, almost like, you guessed it, a pirate sequel. They make up for this a little bit though, as after they fight them off, they reach their destination, an island that perfectly reflects the stars.
Finish it, Karina.
For my father.
I do it for him.
Again, scenes like this do make it rough to say there's nothing to this movie. Returning the red crystal opens up the waters, revealing the Triton. Wait, I remember how this goes. Doesn't Julie Andrews voice a sea monster and someone walk through a waterfall? Actually, maybe Depp shouldn't stay around for that. For someone who didn't watch the trial, I sure do make a lot of jokes about it. Salazar takes over Henry's body because I guess he can do that. But he leaves the body when he gets a hold of the Triton. What the hell did he say? You leave that homicidal fingman alone. They figure out breaking the Triton breaks every curse at sea, so they do that and Salazar becomes a real boy. Guess that means the curse of the water is broken too. I don't know. And the ship tries to pull them up without somehow falling in themselves.
Right. Yeah. Of course. It is like the Prince of Egypt.
Salazar follows them, though, vowing to get revenge, so Barbosa sacrifices himself to take him down. Which makes sense. How the hell is he gonna climb with a peg leg?
Who am I to you?
Treasure! I was hoping to sell you at a fair price, but I don't think that flies anymore. Barbosa gets killed off. I know. As Karina finally puts together her connection to him.
Yep, father. It's a great scene, actually.
So, my father's dead because Jack wanted a bottle of rum. Forgettable. I should have gotten tequila. Now! Jack sails off into the sunset, and Henry meets up with his father, who has been lifted from his curse.
Henry. Yes, Father. You either die a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become a franchise.
So it's a happy day for the dull pirate Roberts. Elizabeth appears to say, hey, Elizabeth appeared, despite being only 4 years older than her supposed son is. This does raise the question, though, if the curse is lifted, who takes people to the afterlife? Well, set course for sequel baiting as we get this end credit sequence. That's right, Davy Jones! Should stay as far away from this as Depp is right now. This isn't the worst sequel, but it's still not very good. There are a handful of moments that make it fun from time to time, but nowhere near enough to say it's worth checking out. I guess it's a better note to end on than the previous two, but that still doesn't make it a great note. A shame, because these movies started out with a lot of promise, but somewhere got lost focusing on the wrong things. Complicated plots, forced in characters or character types, pretending this was all one planned out story, when honestly I think we all would have been fine with each movie just standing on its own. However you rank these films, it is still impressive that from an idea many considered a sellout or half-baked, rose an iconic franchise that people will remember years from now.
Yeah.
That later would become a sellout and half-baked. What can Disney say? That's a pirate's life. And that's about it for Pirates Month. For real this time. Stay scurvy, me mates, and until next time, maybe I'll review this bad next.
It does sound like Spyro, but he's saying Sparrow. Like, why would he say Spyro?
We're still doing cameos for charity, and this month we're doing the Kennedy Krieger Institute. Kennedy Krieger Institute is internationally recognized for improving the lives of tens of thousands of children, adolescents, and adults with neurological, rehabilitative, or developmental needs. They do this through inpatient and day hospital programs, outpatient clinics, home and community services, education, and research. It's an amazing organization, and you can help them out. If you want a cameo from me saying happy birthday, good luck, or whatever, click on the link below and be giving to a good cause. If you're like, nah man, I don't want a cameo from you, you suck, well consider checking out this organization anyway, because it really is a great place with great people. Take a look at all the various ways you can help out.
Once again, a really entertaining review. I don't agree with him fully. I actually think Dead Men Tell No Tales is a good film. Although, yeah, on my tier list, in that Knuckles approves Johnny Depp movies, it's really low, but that has more to do with Disney's handling of Johnny Depp based on false accusations by Amber Heard. Or Amber Turd. Anyway. No, I think the film's fairly good. I mean, I actually wasn't really distracted by the effects on was it Salazar? Was that the guy's name? Oh god, I already forgot his name and I just watched the review. That sucks. But anyway. Yeah, he's an interesting villain. It's the second time that Barbosa died, but I'm pretty sure it's for good this time. So I'm going to explain something very clearly, because I'm going to be honest, Doug Walker, as a nostalgia critic, he didn't exactly explain this. This is something that was actually obvious when watching the film, but he like overlooked it for some reason. They wanted that trident or from Poseidon to lift all ocean curses, to lift them. So that's why Will Turner was able to return to land. He did so. He was only able to because he was no longer bounded by the curse that Davy Jones had, that was passed on to him after, he impaled Davy Jones. So, with the way the film ended, there isn't really any reason to make a sixth film. And that's because, well, look, Captain Jack Sparrow was actually back on the Black Pearl at the end, it felt very much like the end of the very first film when he was back on the when he was back as captain on the Black Pearl again. There's no Barbosa to get in the way. Davy Jones long gone. That secret scene at the end, maybe that's Davy Jones coming back, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure, because I actually watched a compilation of the secret scenes. Apparently all 5 of the films had secret scenes, which I actually didn't know that. But the thing about that secret scene at the end is, from what I saw when I was watching a compilation of the secret scenes of all 5 of the films, as far as I know, that was like a nightmare that Will Turner was having. It wasn't exactly like something that was really happening. It was a nightmare. Could be a nightmare things to come if they planned on making a 6th film, but honestly, Disney should let it go. God damn it, Frozen. But anyway, and there isn't really anywhere left to go, because every single Pirates of the Caribbean film involved a curse of some kind, and the curse had something to do with the ocean in a way. The first film, I mean, the curse was more like it was because of those medallions. But when Elizabeth, fell in the water, the medallion signaled to the pirates where it was, signaled to Barbossa's crew where it was. So in some way, it still had to do with the ocean. 2 and 3, Davy Jones's curse, and of course there's Calypso. 4, I guess they weren't really going over curses, but they were dealing with the Fountain of Youth and the killer mermaids. And then 5, we're continuing on with that curse that Davy Jones had that's now on Will Turner, and that's been lifted. Every curse was lifted. Every film in some way involved a curse or something mysterious that involved having to trek the seas. What is there that's left? Captain Jack Sparrow has the Black Pearl again, but he doesn't have any real obstacles anymore. I mean, is it just going to be a fight with the Royal Navy? Good luck, that's a lot of ships. I mean, I guess they could bring back the pirate lords, but still, just in general, just the way it ended with the 5th film, there isn't anywhere left to go. So sometimes you just gotta let a franchise end. And you know what? Yeah, it must suck that the 5th film bombed. I would hate to have been in Disney's position right there and be like, oh yes, we're going to end things better with the 5th film. And they know that it's better than the 4th film. It is better than the 4th film. But then it bombs. That has to suck. I mean, I can't compare what I've gone through with that. But I will say, sometimes there's videos I've worked really hard on that I've edited for a long period of time, and then I finish them and I upload them. But then nobody really watches them. I do appreciate now that the shorts I make, which are much easier, take a much shorter amount of time to make. They're getting a lot more views, and that's actually what's helped my channel get so many. Have a subscriber increase of over 250%. So I appreciate that, but when I actually put more time into a video, then work harder on one, it doesn't really get watched, and it sucks because I don't feel rewarded for the efforts I've put into it. So yeah, that's not a good feeling. I think everybody has gone through that a time or two. Nobody has ever just not tried. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, there might be somebody out there who's never tried anything, but anyways, speaking of which, there is a scene I was meaning to show, because when I was reacting to Nostalgia Critic's review of the 2nd film, I was meaning to show a particular scene having to do with special effects. So let's get to that part right now. I'll show it real quick. I've only reviewed the first Pirates film. I've not reviewed the others. I'm not sure if I'm going to, simply based on how this one performed. It took me 4 months to make this, and to be honest, if I had more time on my hands and YouTube was my job, I was getting paid plenty enough from it and didn't have to actually work outside, I would have had it done probably in about a month. But, or maybe less, who knows. But anyways, it's hard to make a review of a film that's probably been reviewed like 100 times stand out, so, what are you going to do? The other thing I was going to say is, yeah, I just don't know if it's really worth the effort to edit these reviews if I'm expecting them not to perform well. But who knows? I might do some more film reviews in the future. I still intend on doing a review of the second Sonic film. I did review the first one. But the second one I'll probably try to make it a little simpler to edit so I can get it done more quickly. And I might do, a review or commentary about the upcoming Super Mario Bros. Movie. I'm really excited about that, actually. But let's play this scene. Also leads to him leading the crew to a mutiny again. He would start this movie out in. Lead to him paid so much attention to him. He tried to pull a cheap shot by pointing his gun at her. He forgot about Will Turner. The side characters are a lot of fun and add great comic relief, especially during some very serious moments. This film came out in the early 2000s, and although CGI had improved a lot at the time compared to where it was in the 1990s, CGI has gotten considerably a lot more realistic nowadays when done by big-name studios that really try. However, the CGI looks honestly pretty amazing in this film. It's aged really well. You can't say that about a lot of films at the time. Yeah. That film came out around the same era. Awful CGI. Heck, there are some films released today that you can easily say have absolutely atrocious CGI compared to this nearly 20-year-old classic. So with all the praise, Okay, yeah, so that's what that was what I was meaning to show that other time, which I didn't get around to. Anyway, I won't just show the whole review. I only showed small parts of it, so go ahead and check that out whenever you can. I lately have almost always pinned a comment that has my wife's Etsy shop, it has the Knuckles Approves Johnny Depp movies video, and it has my review of Pirates. Because I'm trying to get those promoted, try to get more views on them. Since the Pirates one I put a lot of time into, and the Knuckles meme one took some time to make as well. And I want to also help out my wife with her Etsy shop, which, by the way, I'm doing that on my own accord. She never asked me to help her with that. I just told her I'd offer to help by the very fact that not my videos, but my shorts get thousands of views, 10,000 views. There's a few with over 200,000 views. Not that many do, but doing that kind of thing, because with that many people watching, somebody's going to read the comment section. Some of them will read the comment section. Some of them will see my pinned comment, and some of them might actually take a look. So, I might not post the pinned comment right away, but I'll try to have it there as soon as I can. So yeah. Once again, Nostalgia Critic, hilarious as usual. So, wow, I think I went from doing only one reaction video in February, which was to an unexpected upload of Angry Video Game Nerd as he was reviewing Kid Icarus on the NES. He doesn't usually start He doesn't usually upload his first video that early in the year. But this will likely be my last reaction video in a long while. That is, unless I just remembered something, actually. JonTron had recently uploaded a video earlier this week. It's probably too late to do a reaction to it because typically for my reaction videos to even perform up to a level that I'm like, okay, what the hell? That I'm actually okay with? Really? It says there's a connection, you stupid thing. No, it's clearly connected. Don't you lie to me, you freaking weirdo. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I did. Okay. But yeah, the most shameless dating shows. I don't know. I might consider doing a reaction to it, but it's been several days, so I'm not sure. Otherwise, this will probably be my last reaction video for a long while. So with that, why don't I add a bonus? Yay! Filter today. Alright, let's see, which one? Alright, I'm going to show the pizza trailer, but I'm going to actually stop it early to try to avoid copyright.
Super Mario Brothers!
I fear nothing.
Alright, that was annoying. Sorry, I was having difficulty loading. Let me just start it over.
Super Mario Brothers!
Does anybody notice what that sounds like? His ringtone, what does it sound like? Give you a moment. Here, why don't I put on a clue. That ringtone is the sound you hear. It's the jingle you hear when you first turn on a Nintendo GameCube. Many watching might not know that because the Nintendo GameCube is considered one of Nintendo's failures. It came out in 2001. It sold about 21 million units. Now that doesn't sound bad, but the original Xbox outsold it with 24 million units. The PlayStation 2 is the highest selling video game console of all time. It came out a year before. Sold over 157 million units. That's a tough comparison. But let's compare the Nintendo consoles. The N64, the previous generation home console, sold 32 million units. Big improvement over 21 million units. Previously, the Super Nintendo sold 49 million units. Winning against the Sega Genesis in the most epic console war in history that people still talk about today. Sega Genesis sold 28 million, I believe. Which, because of the gaming market still being a lot newer at the time, is actually still pretty impressive. Then let's go to the NES, the original Nintendo Entertainment System. I believe that sold about 80 million. I don't remember what the exact numbers were. Good stuff. Now let's go after the GameCube to the Wii. That sold about 105 million units. You see what I'm saying here? The Nintendo Switch that's out today, I think it's sold about 115 million now. I'm not sure. Some are saying it will surpass Nintendo's greatest success, which came out at the same time as the Wii, their handheld called the Nintendo DS, which sold about 155 million units. And if it did surpass that, it probably wouldn't take too much longer to surpass the PlayStation 2 as the highest selling console ever to exist, but who knows? I mean, the Switch could, it might not, you never know. But yes, the GameCube at 21 million units sold is one of Nintendo's biggest failures. Not as big of a failure as the Wii U, the successor to the Wii, called the Wii U, that sold, I think it was like 15 million. But nevertheless, a big failure. So a lot of people don't know what that's going to be. And a lot of younger people are not going to know what that's going to be. But if you just go on YouTube right now, search Nintendo GameCube intro, you'll know exactly what it is, and you'll know why I did this. It's what you see on the intro, except it's a lot better than just my hand. So yeah, that's pretty cool, right? I'm sorry I'm pausing this part of the reaction. It's just I'm trying to avoid the copyright, so I'm just going to try to describe these things. And look, a D-pad like on the NES controller or many other controllers, but I think it's designed in the style of the NES controller.
I fear nothing.
I like how he tried to sound like Duke Nukem right there.
That gorilla's wearing a sports coat. Feel underdressed.
Is that Funky Kong? Because it's not Donkey Kong. Could that be Funky Kong? I mean, I don't normally see him wear a sports coat, but he wears sunglasses all the time. I don't know.
Is this what you came for?
Because, yeah, we clearly see which one's Donkey Kong, because that's not him.
Dancing packs!
Look at Donkey Kong. Yeah. So, hey, look forward to that movie. Seth Rogen does a good voice for Donkey Kong. I mean, it is odd because Donkey Kong doesn't actually speak at all in any of the games, but I don't know, it just... What do you think? Doesn't it just seem kind of fitting for Donkey Kong to have Seth Rogen's voice for some reason? It's cool, you know? It's kind of like how Jack Black is amazing as Bowser, but Bowser doesn't talk, you know? Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
I'm so stoked right now.
This guy's brother is going to die!
Alright, let's just end it there. But, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the Super Mario Bros. Movie. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, this will probably be my last reaction in a while. Unless there's another AVGN episode that comes out soon, I'll probably do a reaction to that. When I react to Angry Video Game Nerd, it performs above average for my reaction videos. Because of the change of focus, I'm just going to make this very clear because I still have fans that prefer my reaction videos, even though I have way more that watch my Johnny Depp shorts. But I'm just going to make this very clear. My focus is going to be on the shorts. That's the primary focus. They're very easy to make. I mean, I could make a short right here on my phone, just like that. Just boom. UCut Pro. It's an app I use for editing videos. I can make a short on that and do it in a short amount of time. There will be occasions where I'll edit the short on my computer right here to do editing in like some more detail, like I did for the Brendan Fraser short. But and what I'm going to do for the Michelle Yeoh short, I still need to get to work on that. I'll have it done over the weekend probably. Not sure. I'm not sure whether I want to do an April Fool's joke video, because tomorrow is April Fool's Day. Those are fun to make. Feel free to check out various videos I've done for April Fool's. Maybe I'll put them in a playlist or something, just to make them easier to find. But yeah, that said, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell icon to have your notifications. The thing about the reaction videos is, yeah, they're generally easy to make as well. But with all this talking I'm doing, there's a lot of time with recording and a lot of time and stuff. I got to do other things. But the other thing is, like, I used to react to almost anything. Well, not anything, but a lot of different things. And I've learned that in some cases it's not worth it. Just watch the video on my own time. Because there are some channels I want to react to, but I just don't get any views when I react to them, so I just don't do it anymore. I'm also going to make this announcement as well. I used to react to a lot of Jonathan Pie videos, and some of my most viewed reaction videos are to Jonathan Pie. On average, I think I get more for Scott the Woz reaction videos, and lately it's been higher for the Angry Video Game Nerd ones, the AVGN ones. But like, I'm literally never gonna do a reaction to Jonathan Pie again. That is unless it's just him being funny and it's not about anything that has to do with politics. My channel is growing, so I want to avoid politics. Just avoid them entirely. It was safer to deal with that when my channel was a lot smaller, but now that it's actually been growing every single day, it's not like a massive amount of growth. Like I don't get like 100 subscribers a day. I get like maybe 5 to 10 subscribers per day. Add that up over a month, that's not bad, you know. So, and maybe it's sometimes like 1 to 3. It depends. It fluctuates, but yeah, I will not be posting anything political anymore. In fact, I am making this announcement right now. There's a few videos I uploaded back in 2020 where I actually talk about what my political views are, talk about how awful the 2020 US presidential election is because the two choices from the major parties suck. And talk about how toxic social media is in regards to it, among other things. I'm going to make those videos members only. Not because I'm trying to get people to join as members. I mean, if you want to join as a member, help support the channel, I'd appreciate it. I recently, last month or earlier this month, added super thanks. I didn't realize I could actually do that. I was looking through the monetization thing on my YouTube channel settings and found, oh, I can add super thanks. If I knew about that, I would have added that like a long time ago. But yeah, another way you can help support me is a super thanks. You don't have to join as a member, but you can give me a super thanks, like, hey, or, well, I don't actually exactly know how the super thanks works, but you click it and then, you help my channel out in a financial way, which could, help make it easier. If enough people do it, it would make it easier to actually put more time into uploading content on YouTube, besides just my shorts. But yeah, my shorts. Salute your shorts. Anyway, anyways, I've been talking a lot. Just had a lot I just wanted to bring up because this might be the last reaction in a while. It depends on what comes up, but yeah, unless there's like a new Angry Video Game Nerd or there's a Scott the Woz that might not take too long to react to coming up. Yeah, because I pretty much literally chose to react to this series of Nostalgia Critic reviews because it was Pirates of the Caribbean. Because my channel is more focused on Johnny Depp stuff, so it only made sense to combine, that I do reactions and combine it with Johnny Depp stuff because of the Pirates movies, So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you've watched all 5 of my reactions to Nostalgia Critic reviews of the Pirates films, I really appreciate that, and I assure you, this one is the longest one. The other ones are long, but they're not as long as this. I had a lot to say. Once again, Nostalgia Critic, really great review. I don't agree with everything on it. In fact, my wife was actually shedding tears when Barbosa gave his life to save his daughter. I actually thought that was beautiful what he did. I mean, I get the joke about booing that he's gone, but it's like, hey, it's the second time he died. Maybe he was, maybe it was just his time, right? He had died before. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, click that bell icon to add me notifications, and if you'd like to help support this channel by a financial means, no matter how small, you can join as a member to get some exclusive videos as well as custom emojis. The more people join as members, the more custom emojis I can include. I so far have 1 member actually. I don't know if she'll continue joining for the next month or not, but I still have 1. I'll try to get more exclusive content to entertain people who would like to join as members. You could also just support with a super thanks. That's also fine as well. Anyways, thank you so much.